I got a promo queued up if you want.
Promo's for kids.
For kids. You got 2 seconds.
Yeah. Don't believe the hype. It's 4 minutes after 10 o'clock. But believe us when we say we want you to call 632-6901. We're at the end of the Radiothon, folks. We only have 2 hours to go, and this is brain damage. The last 2 hours of the Radiothon, and appropriately enough, it's brain damage.
Appropriately enough, for sure.
We're going to have all kinds of celebrities stopping in to talk about what they've been doing over the past 10 days and what we're going to be doing over the next few years here at WUSB. And you can be a part of that in 2 ways. By calling up the program, we're going to give you special numbers to call, because the pledge number is the usual phone number. If you call that, we'll be expecting you to make a pledge, because we need your help. 632-6901. Show your support for WUSB. Show your support for brain damage, because there aren't many places where you can hear brain damage, are there? All right. Mike Uhas, you're here, aren't you?
Hello, Eric.
How you doing, Mike?
Just fine, thank you. How are you today?
Okay, well, Mike, as we all know, is in here from Wisconsin, and he came in just to do the Radiothon. And now he's here. He's come all the way in across the hall to do the news. And we're going to do the news, and then we're going to get into our program for today. But let me first again give the phone number, 632-6901, area code 516. We're going to have some real special deals for you folks. For the ones that waited till the very end, we want to see some strong response for this program here. Some real strong response. Okay, we still got a ways to go before we get to our goal. 632-6901. Area code 516. And let me hasten to caution you folks out there. If you have called this program in the past and been on the air and spouted your rhetoric, just think of how many places there are where you can do the same thing, huh? Anybody know of any other place we can do that?
No way.
No. I don't think very many places.
Right out.
I don't think there are very many places, folks. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, then ask the question, hey, is that worth $20 or something to keep that going for another year or so? To keep our signal from being stepped upon? I won't say by who, but I won't say that they're fascist or that anything like that, because you know that wouldn't be right to say that.
That wouldn't be sporting.
It wouldn't be sporting. It might be accurate, but I'm not going to say it is or isn't. The fact of the matter is, our signal is in trouble, and unless we get help from our listeners, and the help we get in the next 2 hours will certainly mean something. But unless we get that help, you may not be able to hear us in the future. It's a sad fact, but it's true. So give a call now, 632-6901. I want to see those phones light up. You're going to read the whole thing yourself.
I'll let you read half the story.
Yeah, I think it's better that way. I don't know if anyone caught the Voice of Long Island, the union show yesterday. Mike and I used to do a program called The Voice of Long Island many years ago. About 50 years ago, was it?
Something.
Well, turn of the century.
Something
No,
like that.
I mean, turn of the century, and when it reaches the 50s, that area. And that show, a lot of us grew up with that show. A lot of us sort of regressed into childhood with that show too. But we used to read the news, and I remember one newscast in particular. We were throwing water at each other during the news. Another one we were throwing spitballs. And
Remember the time I got the ice cube down there?
That was another one. Somebody threw an ice cube down your back, yes. And that was something else. That was definitely something else. Right now, Mike is ripping the news into very many pieces so that we can each read part of his story. You don't have to rip it that much. He's doing a very careful job in this. 632-6901. Could it be that nobody cares? Nobody cares about the radio station anymore? You think this is our last day of the Radiothon, and we're all taxed so emotionally and so physically that there's just nothing left? Come on, folks. Come on. We know that you're out there. For $35, you can get a WUSB t-shirt. For $50, you can get a t-shirt, a USB coffee mug, and a pair of tickets to see almost any concert you want coming up in the local area. And we have all kinds of other things too. And I'm not kidding. All kinds of other things. Call up now and find out what some of those things are, because you'll be amazed at what you can get for a pledge of 25, 35, 50. They're talking to each other. We don't want them to talk to each other, because that's where misunderstandings happen.
And not only that, that's the basis of anarchy.
It sure is. We want them to talk to you. Okay, so give a call. We'll be taking your calls on the air later. But please give a call. If you ever listen to Brain Damage, and if you've ever been a part of the show, or if you've ever been a part of the station in any way, winning tickets, or just listening and enjoying the music like Jim has been bringing us for the last couple of hours, give a call now and show some of that support. 632-6901. It's not that hard. It really isn't that hard. For those of us that have already done it, it's, you feel great after doing it. You really do, because you know you're becoming a part of what this place is all about. And it's really, important, I think, in our lifetimes to say something about
Speaking about lifetimes.
Yeah. Oh, you want to get on with the news?
No, I was going to ask you. You had mentioned
you're telling me to shut up or something.
For the grant of immortality that you're giving.
All right. Now you're giving the grants of immortality.
Oh, how much is the premium on that?
What, the premium on immortality?
Yeah.
Oh, gee,
For how is that a $50 pledge? You'll get a grant of immortality. Oh, wait a minute, that's a typo. It's immorality. I'm sorry.
Well, okay, I'd probably go for a bit higher then.
Okay.
Well, our volunteer coordinators are very specially trained to deal with people like you, the one who's listening. And if you call now, in all seriousness, we need your call. If you call now, you will be moving us all the closer to our goal.
And we can read the news without any further ado.
And the more pledges we get before midnight, the happier we will be at midnight. So help make us very happy at midnight. It's not that hard. It really isn't. We take Visa, we take MasterCard, and we take pledges of any size. 632-6901. Help keep non-commercial radio at WUSB going, because we want to keep going, and if you're listening right now, you probably want to continue hearing us, right? So we're in agreement on that. Now, all we have to worry about is how we're going to do it. And the only way we can do it is with the funds. And we'll let you know every step of the way what is going on. We don't just take your money and forget about it. We don't work that way. Maybe other entities work that way, but we just don't do it that way. We don't like to take the money and run, so to say. We're using all of this for our transmitter project to move it to a higher location, get the signal out to you better. And I know, because a lot of people complain to me, a lot of people who listen to this program, well, they complain about the content of the program, but apart from that, they complain about the quality of the signal. I'm always drifting in and out, and I drift in and out of subjects, but my voice isn't supposed to fade away. So if you hear me now and you hear static and you hear another station coming over me, that's the kind of thing we want to fix, and we can fix it. It's very, very, very possible, likely. We know what to do. We know exactly what to do, and we know what we need. We're not just talking philosophically here in vague terms. We know exactly what it is we need. The thing is, there are several ways to get that kind of resource. One is to sell commercials, where we're not allowed to sell commercials, and it goes against every fiber of our beings to sell commercials, even if we were allowed to. We could get corporate grants, but again, that's something that goes against our very being, because we wouldn't be able to do programs like this, programs like Pacifica, all kinds of programs that we do. We wouldn't be able to play music we play with lyrics that might offend some person somewhere in some remote part of the country. We wouldn't be able to do that. We wouldn't be able to broadcast Pacifica News because they promote dangerous ideas and that kind of thing. So the only other alternative, folks, is you, because an hour and 45 minutes left, and then this Radiothon is history. So 632-6901, area code 516. You have any friends, rich relatives, anybody that you think can help us out at this point? We need to hear from you. 632-6901, area code 516. And now let's go to the news, eh? Okay, do I start the news? Okay. Police, you gave me a real cheery story to start with, didn't you? Police in San Diego say one person is dead after a gunman shot 4 people on a rampage through a hospital emergency room. Same elsewhere, isn't it? Authorities say they're not sure if the gunman is still inside Mission Bay Hospital. This is America, folks. This is what it's all about. This is lunacy. This is brain damage.
Yes, but in Lithuania, it is Sunday, and Sunday is the day that Moscow has given as a deadline for the breakaway Baltic Republic to renounce its independence. Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev says that if it doesn't happened, he will order the rest of the Soviet Union to impose an economic blockade on Lithuania.
Officials in Lithuania say they won't even get around to discussing the Soviet ultimatum until after the Easter holiday ends. Are you okay over there? Which for them will be Tuesday. That's interesting. They get an extra day. Lithuanian President... oh boy. I can read it. I can do this. I can do this. Vitatas Landsbergis. Damn him anyway. I hate it when people do this. Just when you get used to all the people with stupid, funny names, they come up with new ones.
Corley.
I mean, come on already. Look at it. Vytautas. I'm supposed to pronounce that? Come on, folks, I can only remember so many names in my lifetime. Look, the Lithuanian president, okay? Okay, that's his, whoever he is, the Lithuanian president. He says it's unclear whether the Soviets plan a full or partial blockade. Damn, I mean, I just can't deal with any more names. All these Eastern European countries are emerging now, right? Am I supposed to learn all the names?
Yeah.
You know?
Easter has
Czechoslovakia. Can you pronounce the president of Czechoslovakia? Can you pronounce the president of Poland? Huh? That's like, he's got a name that's like 15 syllables long.
Who is that?
I think it begins with an M. I don't know. I don't know what his name is. I mean, you asked me what his name is. I said I can't pronounce it.
Which one's Czechoslovakia? Is that Václav Havel?
Yeah. Okay, he's easy. He's easy to pronounce. Okay, he's easy. You proved me a fool there, but Poland. You try Poland, man. You try Poland. That's all I have to say. Now stop delaying with the news and get on with it.
Easter has been ushered in at the Vatican with Pope John Paul presiding over thousands of faithful participating in a candlelight vigil service.
John Paul? Why can't people be named John? That's so easy.
In St. Peter's Basilica. The Pontiff has little time to rest before the Easter morning open-air Mass in St. Peter's Square and his annual message to Rome and the world from the balcony overlooking the square.
Are you done? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Did somebody say that you only need $42 for a goal?
For one of our goals, for our hourly goal, I believe.
No, for the total goal. Look at this over here. 40. What did they do? $42.
No.
$42.
$42. $142.
Well, someone gave me this note. Someone gave you this note and said $42.
But look at that. 24,858.
Don't believe what you see. Believe what you hear.
I believe what the computer says. We need
The computer's lying.
$142, folks. Don't let us.
$42.
632-6901. We got an hour and 40 minutes left. So
$42. Thank you.
All right. Every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. What are you doing? Will you stop that? Stop making that noise. Invite these people on my show, and I get abused. The leaders, will you stop making that noise? Turn that microphone off. Now, the leaders of last December's coup attempt. Look what you made me do. I've always pronounced that word right. The leaders of last December's coup attempt in the Philippines are issuing a threat against the U.S. They say if Washington intervenes in Philippine affairs, Americans will become embroiled in a fight they will never forget. The statement from the Revolutionary Alliance for the Masses, Soldiers of the Filipino People, comes amid rumors in Manila of a new plot to oust President Corazon Aquino. It sounds like a good promotion, though. You know, it's like they're trying to promote this, a fight they will never forget. It sounds like something the Americans would go for it, right?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Greyhound says federal agents are investigating 2 more bus shootings. The incidents, in which no one was injured, took place at a Dallas area freeway interchange and on the route between Birmingham, Alabama to Nashville, Tennessee. Greyhound is condemning the latest violence. Since bus drivers went on strike March 2nd, there have been 32 shooting attacks. Greyhound says it won't negotiate with the drivers and other striking employees until a week goes by without violence. The employees' union is denying it has anything to do with the incidents.
I see. Okay, well, that's real interesting. People in Alaska are
in December, a bus company...
Oh, my God, why did you tell me you weren't finished? I mean...
In December,
what are you reading? That's not even a news copy. You're reading an article.
In December, a bus company under contract to the Edison Comprehensive Gifted School in Chicago disciplined a driver after she had become frustrated at getting lost one afternoon, taking kids home and returned the kids to the school, which by that time was closed and locked for the day. When asked by an 8th grader what she was doing, the driver replied, "You're gifted. You figure out how to get home."
That's pretty funny. Okay, people in Alaska are wondering what's killing otters at Prince William Sound. Some are blaming the effects of last year's record oil spill. Bunch of troublemakers, aren't they? Beach cleaning teams in the past 5 weeks have discovered 40 otter carcasses. Exxon, owner of the tanker responsible for the March 1989 spill, says it presumes the animals died natural causes. What are we going to say about Exxon, folks? Come on, let's think of a good word we can say on the radio about Exxon, huh? What can we say about Exxon? I want to say something about Exxon. I really do. I really do. Recent, okay, here, this is even better. Recent customers of the McDonald's restaurant Boynton Beach, Florida, are being urged to get hepatitis shots. The state health department says an estimated 1,200 people who ate there between March 31st and April 7th should get gamma globulin injections. The alert is being issued because one of the restaurant's teenage cooks has been diagnosed with hepatitis A.
Yay!
That's the news. It's a pretty disgusting newscast, actually. This world is pretty screwed up, don't you think, Mike?
Yeah.
As the world is troubled.
But on the bright side,
easy.
on the bright side, though, we have been getting a lot of calls here at 516-632-6901 in order to further our quest to relocate our transmitter to a higher location.
And we know brain-damaged folks won't, brain-damaged listeners won't let us down here, because we brought you a lot of interesting things over the past couple of years, and we want to keep bringing you a couple of interesting things. Well, a lot of interesting things, actually. Now, we've got all kinds of packages for you. We've got a pair of tickets to any play showing at Theater 3. We've got free admissions to the museums at Stony Brook. We've got all kinds of other things, T-shirts and coffee mugs and tickets to New Community Cinema. And wow, it's just amazing all the things we have. But you got to call 632-6901 because time is running out. Okay, the fact of the matter is time is running out.
Hi. I kind of had to walk out of there. It's getting a little bit too intense. Do you agree?
Help at this stage can keep us up there and move us to a higher location where we won't have to worry about any of that garbage. And we can just continue bringing you interesting programs that you play a part in. All right? That's it. That's the bottom line, and there aren't many stations around that play it dangerously, I guess, like we do. It's a shame when free speech is considered something dangerous, but in the 1990s, I think that's what we're going to be looking at. And I've got some interesting things to look at after this particular song. Some instances where that is certainly proven true. Remember the number 632-6901. All right, 632-6901.
Eric said,
Definitely.
he thinks we can keep it up till 12.
Is this supposed to be Radiothon wrap up
after
or
11.
what?
It was a
Oh,
movie
I'm
I
the
enjoyed.
What?
You know, you talked about it.
You know, it's what?
They were doing
I'll just hide behind Gordon.
Okay.
Nowhere. Well, some of the
We can get to 25 and then
from the
that's it.
continent. If he puts up my nose, I'm going to kill him. Oh, thank you. I think this guy wants to leave.
Norman?
He's Norman. I know. I know. I don't blame him. I didn't say I blamed him. I just said he can't. Yeah, but we noticed Gary was being an American actor. He went to that dancing, but if you knew, when you watched their feet, they were all doing 7s and 3s, and he was just sliding, you know, they were doing with the changes, and he was just sliding to where he was supposed to be and sliding back. He wasn't doing any of the stepping, but he's a good enough dancer that from here up, we didn't know that. It was only, we always look at feet. You know, he says, look at that. He's just,
well, he's actually an English actor.
He's an English actor. Oh, God, that's worse than being an American actor.
Playing an Englishman playing like an Irish.
Jim, I'm going to get you...
No, the flashing red light means it's not on.
Is that what it means?
Yeah.
No, that means...
I think he's lying
That
to you.
means that he's just such a liar. If you... Well, he doesn't have shoes. Without laces, it would be hard to wear in any event.
It's always a while before people notice him, and then they like look down and they like do a bad take.
Well, he says that he gets most of his calls after 11, and he thinks that he could really pull in more money, you know.
They're subtle at first,
okay,
but once you notice them.
All the kids in my class have them. I wouldn't be on my knees half the day if I was sure.
No, they work really well. They're supposed to be little kids, free-range adults. Now, is somebody playing music? Because I made a request and I was told that he doesn't play music. Because I made the request to,
It's 50, I'll get you $1. That's something that Frank on. Correct. Shit, you can. Yeah. I increased it and the
Who's,
Jerry, hold on.
Oh, will you stop with the video camera already? Come on.
here, Walter, hold this. No. Peanut butter? Want some peanut butter?
I'm not going to feed it.
Oh, he loves peanut butter.
Hi, Waddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conference area.
Sorry.
This is putting us over?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I gotta get this focus in here. I got a couple minutes.
You got a few.
The person is on the phone. 5169.
What do you want?
Mention on the air, yes or no? What's the story with this one?
Macro. You need a macro.
I'm on macro. Yeah, why not? Better if it's being over the air.
That's a bit close.
There we go. Hold on.
That's a 4.
They're all on suspense here. It's 10 yen. That's prepaid. Special premium. Yes. 2015. It's the moment of suspense. Value is, what's the value of that thing?
Oh, my legs have about 3
Secretary of
seconds.
Classical Music, what's the value?
No, we're gonna have to trace it down.
Make one up.
We'll get out the information. No, it's not. But we'll get to it.
Give me one. Illustrated Encyclopedia of Classical Music.
Here it comes.
This music in the background is great for this.
Get it.
Here it comes.
There you
Here
go.
comes another one.
Is everything okay? This
Yeah,
is it.
yeah,
Ready? Here we go. Go.
Yeah! Go!
A done deed. 25. All right, everybody.
Okay, turn the transmitter off. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
The win. We got the gold of 31,000 now.
You got a couple hours.
Not a bad idea. Why don't we just do this tomorrow? On these things?
I completely, totally forgot, and I am a stupid idiot. I am sorry. I realized this too late today. I realized this while I was elsewhere. And
Gold.
yeah.
Sorry, man.
Wally. Hello, Wally. Hello, boy.
Walter.
Boo! Walter, get over here. How did
Trying to screw the microphone on so it doesn't fall off.
How does Rod talk to Boo on the air? Well, does he bring Boo into the...
Why are you tightening the
He doesn't talk to him anymore.
He doesn't bring him in anymore.
I'm not ripping the contact up.
Yeah.
You will if you tighten it any tighter.
I'm trying to untighten it.
Boy, I'm glad I didn't hear about that on the air because he just talked like a year ago about a pet bereavement center and he was reading the PSA and he started to get kind of smart aleck and he said, wait a minute, you know, I maybe should start doing this now. This really isn't funny. And he just started talking about Boo and how much he meant. But I just went, my dog had just died. I just went right off the road.
You had a dog?
Yeah, thanks.
Walter!
See, Missy Nimble.
Where is Walter?
Somebody.
On air debut. Walter! Walter! Would somebody get Walter?
Being bloated.
Sit.
Stupid dog, I hate garbage.
Sit.
Sit.
Yeah.
Sit, Walter.
Sit.
Sit.
Walter.
Hi, Walter.
Walter, sit.
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 Good boy.
Good,
If
Walter.
you can get doing that by the mic, that'd be so good.
Walter.
Walter,
Come on.
stay.
Walter.
Sit down.
Sit. Walter.
Walter, no
Walter.
phone if you don't sit down.
Walter, sit.
Go
I'd
to
like
your bed.
to slather on Jerry's shoe. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy, good listening.
He's a cool dog. Now,
Walter,
how long is
great.
this going? Sit.
Head rest for now right now.
Sit. Good,
Yeah,
Walter.
Would you like a minute?
Good, Walter.
He loves
Walter. Sit.
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 Sit. Sit. Sit.
Sit, Ugo.
Sit.
Sit.
Good boy. Good boy, stay.
Good dog.
Good dog.
Good dog. Good dog. Good dog. Good dog. Walter.
What the hell is going on over
Walter.
there?
Walter.
Walter.
All
Sit.
right, folks. We just heard
Ross Wally.
the doors
Good boy.
with the end. We played the end because we're at the end of our radiothon. We're winding it down. And we need your help. We need you to help us wind it down in a big way, okay? 632-6901, that's the number to call to make a pledge. Keep radio like this on the area, the 516. And in the course of the next hour and a half, or however much time we have left, people are going to be calling in here who have played a part in the last 10 days of this radio station. You know, it's a lot of work, you know, to keep things going for 10 days. You know, having people at the phones, volunteers coming in, answering phones, and keeping the programming going, and communicating with the listeners, keeping track of how much has come in, and, you know, whether or not we're meeting our goals and all that kind of thing. It's exciting, it's fun. You get to meet a lot of people, you have a lot of fun, and right now the station is packed with a lot of cool people. And we'd like you to be a part of that by joining us in these last few minutes. 632-6901, area code 516. Make a pledge for however much you can afford, and we'll be most indebted to you. We're very, very, very close to our goal. Extremely close.
Hey, listen. Good night, everybody.
Norm Prusling.
Good night,
Step to the
Norm.
microphone here. You've been here every day these last 10 days.
Well, it's been some 10 days, and all I can really say is the people in this room and everyone who's been part of the radio station staff for the past 10 days has just done an absolutely phenomenal job. It's hard to believe the dedication. It's harder to believe that the people who dedicated 8, 10, 12, 14 hours a day, let alone writing their own checks to the radio station, but it's a terrific, well, I guess it's a terrific group of people. What else can you say?
It is a terrific
and
group
it
of
makes
people.
this radio station work and happen, and our staff people, 99% of the time, are listeners to this radio station, and that puts everyone in the same boat, I guess. So congratulations to everybody.
Sure does. And thank you, Norm, for
Good
being
night.
around.
Good night.
Our general manager has been here for the last 10 days,
Great sound.
and all kinds of crazy things are going on here. We'd like to hear from you. We really would. You know, we've been talking, pitching now for 10 days, and we're kind of tired, I guess. But you know, we've had a lot of good response, a lot of positive feedback. We've been able to talk to our listeners about what they like about the station, what they don't like. And it's been a real good experience for so many of us, and so many of you, too. And we want to thank those of you that have been a part of this magical experience. And we want to invite those of you that haven't yet become a part of the magical experience to please do it now, because there really isn't much time left. 632-6901, area code 516. That's our telephone number. Give us a call. Now, who do we have in the studio? Is Walter still here?
No, Walter just left.
Walter?
I have a question
Well,
of you.
Walter is a dog.
I know.
In case anybody couldn't figure that out, he came in here. He's got a very busy schedule, but he found time to stop in, and perhaps he'll come in a little bit later on and say a few words for us. But Mike, what do you have?
I have a question of you.
A question of me?
A question of you. When you give the phone number, you always give the area code last.
I do, don't I? I wonder why that is.
That's last in the dialing sequence.
No, it's first in the dialing sequence.
That's right.
Right.
It's first in the dialing sequence.
But I say it
but
last.
yet you
Well,
give it last.
you know, I say a sort of parenthetical note, because I give the phone number, and then, you know, as sort of an aside, I say 516 area code, in case, just in case you don't live in the area, you know? Because if I was listening to a station outside the area, I would say, oh, that's the phone number, 632-6901. Gosh, I wonder where that is. Area code 516. Oh, area code 516. Well, I'm in 516, so I don't have to dial 516. If I'm outside of 516, then I have to dial 516. Or 1516, or whatever. The dog is here? Oh, the dog is here.
Dog is here with a
And
vengeance.
so is the dog Biscuit.
Yum. Uncle Mikey's minus a fingernail,
But Mike, you really shouldn't do that with a dog. You should not.
Thanks a lot.
not a dog the size
You
of Walter.
really shouldn't hold a bone quite like that and expect a dog not to
Jump on your
not
face.
to jump for your juggler. You have jugglers?
How can we have jugglers? This is radio.
Walter, Walter, come here, Walter. Come here, say hi to the folks. Come here. Come on. That's for yourself. Oh boy. Well, my face is all wet now. Bring him back in here. Where's that dog been?
Bob Longman just stole your dog.
Smells like. Oh, never mind.
Smells like dog, doesn't it?
Dog breath radio.
Folks, how many other radio stations have dogs in the studio, huh?
Not enough.
Not enough. You're right about that. 632-6901. I don't know. Well, you witnessed the whole watermelon incident yesterday.
Oh my God.
It was a watermelon plunging to its death from our window here at the facilities of WUSB. That was the low note, I suppose. The sad note.
It was a very moving moment for me. I know.
What else do you think was a highlight?
Just talking to the listeners and the kind of dedication that you got. I talked to someone this morning who said he set his radio station to WUSB and he didn't preset any other station because he said if he was out of range of USB, why would he listen to anything else? He'd rather have silence than not listen to WUSB.
Well, that's real nice. There are a couple of cool stations, but there just aren't very many. There really aren't. Most of them are becoming these predictable, one thing only. We only play classical music. We only play jazz. We only do this, we only do that, and we don't do, and then that's the big list of all the things they don't do. And the things that we do here at the radio station are incredible number of things. And, of course, not all of them you'll like. I mean, you might not really get turned on listening to a dog on the radio. But think again, in another 20 minutes, you might hear something you really like, or something at least that'll make you think. And what more can you ask for? Radio that makes you think, Or radio that makes you laugh. Yeah, anything like that. All kinds of possibilities. All kinds of possibilities. So keep all that in mind. I want to see one more call come into 632-6901, then we'll go to the phone calls, listener phone calls. 632-6901, area code 516. Make a pledge, whether it's $10, $20, $35, $50, 90.1, any amount you choose. And we'll give you something back right away for that. A CD, an album, a cassette, theater tickets, movie tickets, jackets, coffee mugs, you name it. We've got all kinds of things. I mean, we put Channel 13 to shame, don't we, guys?
I think so.
I mean, we've got better premiums than they have. All right.
Much better.
Get that dog away from the microphone.
How about Night of 100 Stars?
We've got Night of... How much is that going for? Come over here, Jim. Jim Wiener here. Jim Wiener has been here every day the past week, and I don't know how he does it. But I wish he would. No, I'm only kidding.
Only for the benefit of the camera, Mike.
Now, Jim, step up to the microphone there. Push Mike out of the way of the microphone.
No, I don't want to push Mike away from the mic.
He's a microphone hog.
His name's Mike.
He's saying hi into the microphone. Now, Jim.
Yes.
Explain, Jim is one of our premium coordinators.
Maybe I can talk into this mic and he can talk into the mic for me.
He's one of the people that have figured out how all the premiums work. Now, explain to us what Night of 100 Stories is.
Fine, I'll explain it to Mike and he can explain it to you.
Hi.
Hi, you see?
Hi, I'm Jim Wiener.
Oh.
They were getting kind of punchy here the last couple of minutes.
Night of 100 Stars is a evening in the theater with entertainment from all different kinds of people in show business, and at least 100 stars show up and perform. It's on Broadway or in the vicinity of Broadway. Manhattan. It might be at Radio City. I'm not even sure of the exact venue, but thank you. It is Radio City, but it's definitely I knew it was definitely in a large Manhattan venue.
I saw the Christmas show at Radio City last year.
Did you? Did you like it?
It was corny as all hell.
Oh, yeah?
God.
Why, you didn't think there was enough thrash music or something?
There was no thrash music, no rap, hip-hop, any of that kind of stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just, Nutcracker Suite, not even the whole Nutcracker Suite.
Oh.
Like,
Kind
big
of
bloody
like a
deal,
half a Nutcracker Suite or something.
I don't know, but it was fun, but come on already. It's it's like a different world. You might as well like go to Siam or something. It's just a completely different world.
Siam?
Yeah.
You mean Thailand or Siam? You mean Thailand in the old days?
Well, yeah.
That's how
Thailand
much
in
of
the
a different
old
world it is. It's back in the days when Thailand used to be Siam.
Right, and the country has changed ownership since. Right?
One way of putting it, I suppose, maybe.
632-6901. Give us a call. Now tell us about the Night of 100 Stars tickets. Now, how much are these things worth, and what are we offering them for?
We have 2 tickets to this gala event, and it might sound like I'm hyping it by saying gala event, but I know someone who went to the first one, and this person was very impressed, and there was no reason why she would hype it up to me, so if that's any indication, it's going to be a very, very enjoyable evening. Now, in fact, this is put on as a benefit for various purposes. I believe the first one was for actors' retirement, but I think the current one, to take place later this year, will be for AIDS treatment for actors. Normally, to buy a ticket for this event, where, by the way, one would think there would be a lot of celebrities in the audience as well if someone wants to hobnob, right? Thank you.
Rub elbows?
Rub elbows, as a matter of fact.
Jostle a bit.
Right, right. If you're interested. Now, normally, if you went and bought these tickets, and I suppose now I'm sounding once again like a vegetable device hawker here, but if you bought these tickets at regular price, you walked up to the box and says, "Hi, I want to buy 2 tickets to Night of 100 Stars," you would be charged $500
for a pair of tickets.
Let me make sure I have this right. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. It's
no?
So late. Yeah. You would be charged, yes, for a pair of tickets you would be charged, thank you, $500.
Right.
So
just read the cue cards.
How much is that per star, Jim?
Per star?
$5 a star?
Yes, $5 a star. Now, at WUSB, right now, if someone calls 632-6901 and pledges $250, they will get both tickets to Night of 100 Stars. They will get these tickets at half price. It's like going up to the TKTS window in Duffy Square, Manhattan, and saying, "I'd like to get half price on Night of 100 Stars." Now, I'm sure they're not selling those tickets ever at half price, and if they did, there'd be a service charge above the $250 anyway. So you're getting half price on this event that is one of the events of the entertainment season in New York City, and I would say even certainly in the country, in the world. Gets a lot of attention, and these 2 tickets are yours for $250. You're getting them for half price. You'd normally pay $500, and you might, I'm not sure if it's black tie or not, so you might have to rent a tuxedo, but I mean, I want to be completely candid with people.
It's like Halloween, wear a costume.
But exactly.
Yeah.
Have you any idea which stars are involved in this
Frankly,
evening?
I can't offhand. No, that's quite all right. Frankly, I don't offhand have any coming to mind. But when they put this thing together, they go for some big luminaries, and they don't. They go for the A team, as it were. They know that that's how this kind of thing works.
Mr. T will be there.
Mr. T will be there. George Papard, everybody will be there. But
Abe Vigoda.
Vigoda will be there.
Well, now, I was thinking.
I don't know if these people will be there. Actually, I have to be careful what I say.
A lot of people would probably say, "Hey, well, why would I be interested in going to see this big gala event with 100 stars? You know, I'm just, an average person." But folks, think of it. It's, it's a, I guess, kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing, but it also would make a terrific gift for someone like, your parents, let's say their wedding anniversary or their, one of their birthdays or something like that, to send them to a show like that and get the house to yourself for a night. Think of it. We take Visa, we take MasterCard. It would be a terrific way to say thanks to WUSB for being here and a way of ensuring that we be around for quite a while with a better signal. So give it consideration. Don't just dismiss it out of hand. We do have one of those pairs of tickets, and we want to thank you.
We also have the tickets to the Golden Dragon acrobats and musicians in China. Reggae on the Wharf in Sag Harbor. Not now.
go with just what we need,
What else?
we try and economize as much as possible. We want people to understand when they're pledging money to us, it's not going to go to something that just gives us a cushy atmosphere.
But did you please like heavily into the camera
Stay on the air and to be able
I wish I had like a gift certificate for a fruit stand where you can buy your own watermelon. Where budget 90.1 we would revive the watermelon.
Many of you people listening to us now, the message is saying, well, we want to make sure you understand. If you have
Almost in a way appropriate for this Easter weekend.
may very well not hear us.
What is?
Resurrecting the watermelon.
You might find it very frustrating to tune us in altogether. Or you may not hear a volunteer staff.
They just like to say because they went to so much. What's your name? Brian, B-R-I-A-N. I have a cousin named Brain. What's your last name, Brian?
I'm not trying to save jobs. Not that there's anything wrong with saving jobs, but I'm saying that
B or B?
One more website.
Okay, L-E.
doing with it,
Okay.
not using it for our own specific
And your mailing address?
to your message.
229.
And you may think to yourself, okay, fine, there are a lot of dedicated people.
That one word or two?
Involved in other volunteer organizations. Think of WUSB as a way of helping you out as well, because we have, again, I've done this before, but this is our little file box with public service announcements. It makes quite an impressive noise when you drop it on the table because there are a lot of cards in there. This, there are about 100 cards in there. We're all volunteer organizations, and we help spread the word about these organizations, about these nonprofit groups, and that's what we're here for, folks. We're here for you. We're here for the community, and that's why we want to stay a part of the community. We don't want to be cordoned off into a smaller listening area. That's really what we're looking at here. We're looking at other stations saying, well, we've got the money, we've got the demographics and the Arbitron ratings, so we're going to move in here. These guys don't mean nothing, you know? They're just a bunch of, well, what would they call us? I don't know. We're a bunch of...
Nothing.
Yeah. No, nothings. Yeah, that's a good word. We're not a bunch of nothings, folks, because we're part of you. We're part of the community. We're part of Long Island, and we want to serve Long Island. We want to continue what we're doing. We want to expand upon that, but we need you to do that. I mean, we really do.
I'll get a WSB News.
I'll
get a WSB News.
Oh, there you go.
When you do put your stuff together, you're gonna be premium number 9081.
I'll play the video.
But record number 666.
Oh, no, numerically? I don't care. I know 000 is fine with me because, for one thing, 000 is anything that's worth over 100. Although I'm not kidding over 100.
Really? What's the value of this? Well, Night of a Million Stars. What's that?
Million stars.
That's like what? That's a $250 ticket?
Yeah,
Are you in macro?
not yet.
Nice shot.
Macro me, man.
You macro yourself.
Yeah, now I'm in macro.
Should I wiggle it for you?
I beg your pardon. Am I in macro? Now I'm in macro, right?
We want the phone.
Does anybody know what Mike's Place has? What kind of food?
Oh, man.
There were a lot of our listeners in there the other night, but 3 of them touched her.
Mike's Place?
Have you been there?
No, but I was trying to...
Oh, that's in quorum, right?
Well, one of them was working there, and one of them was there.
It's in quorum, right? Yeah.
And Mike called to...
It's been remodeled within the last 2 years, and it's a whole...
Yes? Wait.
Who got this package? Is this Susan DeVuzadek? Devanzadek.
Oh,
Great, big, huge thing.
everybody of that. Everyone's gonna know I'm a cheap kid, and I only gave 90.
It's not cheap.
And he gave your time. More importantly, however, record number.
You get in trouble for coming on.
The record number is all important here.
Oh,
You guys don't have a judge.
Susan 666?
Can I say?
Where does it say your name? Does it say your name on here anywhere? No, it doesn't.
No.
Right.
I wonder if Eric minds
Oh, well.
if I throw in 2,600 in this package.
Maybe I'll have the... Yeah, do it. With the Sterling Silver Ravens
I
Club.
think there may be one left.
No, I don't think I want
Nobody
that.
wants that. It's probably really the...
But no, Bluegrass Unlimited.
Silver Ravens Club is clutching a...
Oh, hi there.
Obsidian.
We have some great deals.
Did I make this
Yeah.
Great deals on premiums.
Come on down.
Come on down
Come on
and
down.
pick from the box. Jay, what's in the box? Look at the box.
I think Susan had a
We have
great...
all this merchandise left.
Someone should pledge for $1,000.
We should just say, if you want the box,
What a deal.
1,000, you get the box.
20,000 for the box.
20,000 for the box without the stuff in it.
Yeah, we'll take 10,000. That'll put us way over the
County
original.
magazine, the progressive and jazz for pledge of 15.
4 free admissions to the museums in Stony Brook for $25.
That's a deal.
I feel like I'm in Vegas. Will it work?
Scott Crusoe, look at that. Kasu.
Or other ways that you person.
Video, Star Trek 4.
25.
Who Framed Jessica?
Who what?
We still have 1-year subscriptions to Jazz's magazine
Yeah.
for only $35.
Susan's gonna go pitch them.
She better.
Coming
Pictionary.
There's also one subscription to the Brownie there.
I know, I'm giving it away. The Charming Progressive and Jazz is for pledge of 15?
15?
Wow.
Oh, what
Come on, you're gonna make it like 45.
Two
But are
people
people
just
gonna
called
call?
for 20 and I didn't give them anything.
30.
That guy just called for 10. I took pains to get him.
Who are you going to call? W, right? Not for 15, please. Hey, all right. It is. Yes.
That's a real one.
It's a real one.
On campus?
WUSB Radiothon, would you like to make a
It's
pledge?
real. It's live.
We'll take it. Okay. Sure.
Quite a few. They stun environmentalists by accepting in entirety their demand that StarKiss no longer buy tuna caught in ways that endanger dolphins. Hours later, similar announcements followed from StarKiss tuna.
I don't think you can equate dolphins with tuna. I just don't think that.
Well, I'm not necessarily equating dolphins with tuna, but what I'm saying is that it seems somewhat hypocritical to champion the right of tuna to swim freely and not get caught in nets, and then to turn around and say, and not say anything about, to champion the rights of dolphins to swim freely in the sea, and then to turn around and not have anything to say about the rights of tuna to swim freely. And I mean, they're not husbanded animals that you raise to slaughter. They're out there swimming around.
The point is well taken, but I just don't know where you're going to draw the line after that. You know, I'd like to say creatures that definitely are intelligent creatures, you know, that's something you shouldn't allow that to happen. You shouldn't allow slaughter to go on, especially when, you know, you're just killing the dolphins needlessly. You're throwing them away. That's not the point of the hunt. Now, what you're saying is, yeah, let's question the hunt itself. Okay, that's another point. But this point here was questioning the needless slaughter of dolphins. Okay, what do we got here? We've got a caller. We've got Brett from Stony Brook. Thank you very much for your pledge.
And Jason from Ronkonkoma.
And Jason from Lake Ronkonkoma. Hey, you folks are coming in. I knew you would. I knew you'd come through for us.
I would call it a major car race.
Well, we've got it on video, and it looks pretty major to us. Okay.
But
Now, what's the official name of the race? It was out east. Out east, folks, in a place that we want to get our signal.
Right. It's the event is conducted by the Eastern Motor Racing Association, and they hold events at Bridgehampton. Simply one of the venue tracks. Pocono in Pennsylvania, Summit Point in Virginia, West Virginia. Watkins Glen in upstate New York. Briar in New Hampshire, and Lime Rock in northwestern Connecticut.
Well, just hold that trophy up to the microphone there so we can all
Sure.
There you go.
Ooh,
all right.
You actually did it.
Red laminated letters there, and proof that we've got some of the best people here at this radio station, you know?
Gordon actually offered a listener to go with them in the car. I can't believe nobody took him up on that.
2 listeners.
Hey, folks, you blew it. You could
Monday, May 7th.
In a
Is that still available?
Still open.
It is still open.
Okay, what's the premium value on that? What do we
$50.
$50, and you can go with an award-winning race car driver. Well, Gordon, let me shake your hand.
Shaken.
All right.
Thank you. Maybe the first of many.
$35. If you want to place $35, and you want to make sure your mailbox is filled at least 3 times a month, I will give you a 1-year subscription for...
That were at one time.
You're probably going to need more of that.
You mean the sea turtle? Oh, no, the sea turtle is prevented from coming over here.
I'm trying to give away things with Darwin.
Being killed as soon as coming up there, and you're a marine biologist? Okay. Thank you.
Imagine.
I can post it having said that?
Or maybe imagine in the
Okay, thank you. Sure, let me just double check that I have all the information.
How about we have any
Yes, that's fine. Okay, sir, thank you very much for the call and for the information and for the pledge, of course.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
He's a marine biologist, and that sea turtles are killed in the tuna nets when they're prevented from coming up for air, so he wants to get that point across, so I will bring that
He can call in on
attention.
64.99, you know.
True.
In the air.
True. I would call him back now, but it might wait till neighbor's home, so...
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
This is for me?
Yes.
Thank you.
That goes with the catalog, with the subscription.
Oh, this is a perfect time to give away the...
You know, I actually was requested to do that once.
I know, actually, it would be nice.
I wanted to put it in an
I feel bad.
I want to. That would be very nice, actually.
I want to turn over more.
Great shots.
You know,
If you get.
March 3 for a long time.
It's way
Go to the March page, would you?
Picture of the March page, because that's the best one in the book.
God, I'm such a ninny. Hang on, Claudia.
Wow. Whoa, what a shot.
The red car.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
This part is my favorite part of the picture.
Excellent part
Right,
of it.
that part right there. It's very small,
What did that
but
say?
significant detail of the photograph.
Mike Yahoo?
Yahoo. Yahoo.
Yahoo? Mike Yahoo? Oh, Mike Yahoo.
Yes?
Are you getting me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go on the air now and offer the Grateful Dead family. Or imagine, and fire night.
Happy dog.
So let's do it. Where's
Your house is right there.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a...
She pinched me!
I'm sorry that...
We will come back at you with even more strength. And what's more, you're going to get your value in premiums.
No problem.
You'll get a value in return in the short term.
Mark down.
Yeah.
I think just the radio station, the drive is
Come with all the animals.
I think it's original.
I didn't realize that.
That's a $7.50 computer case.
Right. Now mine is a $7.50 computer case too.
You can see right through his hat.
I thought you were going to say you see right through his head.
Who just kicked me in the butt?
You're going to get it.
Ross Wally. He's brown.
Battery!
Battery.
Now, having replaced the battery, I'm back again in here with James McDexter.
Here I am, on the other side of the glass, through which you are looking at me now. What is it? What are you doing?
This is a fine moustache.
Ah, we are a mustache investigating team number 1. What the hell is he doing? Whoa. And back to Corneli.
A mustache of a different trim.
That's a Merrill Lynch bull.
Yeah.
Yeah! That's why it says bullish on bluegrass.
How about that?
How about that?
Goodbye. Have a safe trip home.
See you soon.
Good luck on the track and congratulations on your wonderful performance today.
Thank you. I wish I could have also had time lapse in the Sports 2000. That would have been interesting.
Next time.
I would probably have that instead.
Yeah.
look at the stars or hear the waves of the ocean. This is what you're really saying. You're saying, this is mine, not yours, stay the hell away from it. It is totally wrong. That's, you know, that's another thing you got to speak up about. And if you feel you're right about something, you know, you gotta go up against the authorities. So by all means. Well, this is what you do. You go to Webster's Dictionary, say, hey, what's the definition of parking? I am not parked, therefore this ticket is invalid. I'm not, what is the definition? I think standing, is that when the car is still running? I don't know. No, stopping, I think, is when the car is still running. Standing, I believe, is when you're in the car. And parking is when you're not in the car. Yeah, that. Well, just remember this. Treat them with respect. I mean, that is important. Right. Well, that's you know, that's totally uncalled for. But you don't give authority figures any reason to you know, to abuse you. If they abuse you, make sure it's done at their own behest, and keep track of everything they do. That's the most important thing, and make sure lots of people know about it. All right. Keep us. No, I mean, I'm glad you got to see the stars and everything like that. That's what people do. But I also, you know, I don't want to see people rampaging around and creating a nuisance. Those people shouldn't be doing that. But again, it's, you know, it's the old thing of a couple of people abuse something, so everybody has to suffer. I don't agree with that. All right, but you keep us updated as to the progress. All right, thanks for calling. Again, we have special numbers tonight, 632-6499 to call in, 632-6500. Once again, 632-6499, 632-6500, both area code 516. And our pledge line is 632-6901, area code 516. We only have 11 minutes left. Jim McDexter.
That's me.
Well, how are you then, lad?
I'm right sleepy.
Why is it that when you're in the room, everybody feels like talking with a Scottish accent?
I don't know what it is, but it's... Hi.
What was that noise?
That was Mike McUhas.
Was it then?
Indeed it was.
Well, why am I getting reverb?
Reverb?
I am getting reverb. I don't know. Oh, because I'm patched. Oh, I see. Oh, sorry about that. I was patched in there. And
it sounded pretty good.
It did sound very good.
Why don't we finish out the radiothon in reverb?
Oh, is somebody in the booth?
Yes.
Yes, James McWeena being there.
James McWeena. Hey, how you doing? All right. How are the calls coming in there?
Calls are still coming in, and you can even hear them coming in as we speak.
All right. Well, you have headphones on, right?
I do, yes.
And Rob Franz has headphones on. Everybody else is going to have to kind of wing it because we're going to go to another call.
Wait. Can I just talk about one
Susan. Susan is clamoring to say. Well, go ahead. Who's? Oh, Jim.
Yeah, before Susan says something.
All right, Jim first. Oh, Rob first, Jim second, Susan third, caller fourth. And again, we have an open line at 632-6500, I believe is the open line. 6499 is the other line. And 6901 is our pledge line. Go ahead, Rob.
I merely need to thank, and we need to thank Robert from Bayshore for, or is that Bayshore, not Bayshaw?
It's Bayshore, two words.
Bayshore.
And Bayshore, again, that's on the South Shore. That's a place where the signal could be a lot better, I think. By moving to a more centralized location on the island, we'll be covering Bayshore.
Well, Robert, thank you for donating, or pledging to donate some money to 90.1 FM. I think it's Jim's turn now.
Jim, go ahead. You know if sea turtles are an endangered species? Imagine just about everything is an endangered species these days.
Some turtles are.
Yeah. You see, the dolphins, I know that gained a lot of momentum because of the fact that they're such intelligent creatures. And, you know, Flipper and all that kind of thing.
Faster than lightning.
I certainly share the, the concern for turtles. And I think people should speak up about that, too. But
tuna?
I don't know anything about tuna, I'll be honest with you. They just look
under
weird.
the sea.
Really strange, but I'm not eating them anyway, so I don't really care. But I'm happy for the dolphins, and if we can do something to big sea turtles too. And sea turtles are incredible creatures. They live. Nature is incredible. Really.
Are you going to be talking in here on the air again?
No, actually, I just have to go in and take care of some stuff at the computer. So.
Oh, I could do that for you.
Well, that's all right. I really don't have any need to be in here anyway. Actually, I'm probably more in use. Would be more use in there actually, as for the wrap up. So.
Thank you. This is it. I'm going to say this, and then I think I'm going to leave. Calling right now be the person who rounded out the Radiothon 632-6901, and for your pledge is $20. Take two of the following free books. Fire and Ice, The Greenhouse Effect. All about the greenhouse effect, written by David Fisher. It's a very good book, and it's hardcover too. The Grateful.
They trying to hit somebody or something.
Something.
Oh, I mean, hardcover books are good for that.
Well, you could read it first, then hit somebody.
I mean, you know, reading has gone out of fashion with a lot of people, but prove them wrong, folks. Pick up a book. You know, you see the commercials telling you to pick up a book. They mean it because you know it's the best way to get inside somebody's head and see what they were trying to say in the first place.
Right.
So you got the Greenhouse Effect book. What else?
And the Grateful Dead Family Album, which is a Grateful Dead Family album. There's not much reading in there. What?
You found another one of those.
I found another one of those. It was in those cards somewhere. I'm telling you, we have so many.
Left over from the Dead Show last week, we have a Grateful Dead Family album book, and what are those? Is there more still?
The book itself is worth $30. Two of these for $20. The third option you have is the John Lennon. You remember the movie, the John Lennon movie? We have the companion book to that, Imagine.
I never got to see that, you know? I never got to see that.
I heard it was a great movie, and I never got to see it either. But that was a $40 book.
That's a $40 book, so what are we doing here?
Two of these three, $20. Fire and Ice, The Greenhouse Effect by David Fisher.
You're a very strange
I can't believe
man.
the phone isn't ringing. 632-6901. Fire and Ice, The Greenhouse Effect, The Grateful Dead Family Album, Imagine, the John Lennon story.
Two of those three for how much?
$20.
And if somebody wanted all three of them?
We'll make a deal.
We'll make a deal. Okay, 632-6901, area code 516. Anything else?
Has it $21.
That's quite a good deal there. I don't know.
Yes, I have. Oh my God! Somebody called. Thank you very much, somebody.
I'm amazed that all 5 lines aren't lit up with that stuff.
Oh, they will. They will. I have good bargains here. The Fantastics. It's off Broadway at the Sullivan Street Theater. I saw that last year. It's a really small theater, and if you get there late, you have to knock, which is what I did. And everybody at the theater knew I was late. I was about 20 minutes late, and they all knew it.
Susan's not here yet.
They all knew it. I walked in. The people on stage, it's so small, the people on stage know when you come in. So it's in its 30th year on Broadway, and it's a $54 pair of tickets, yours for your $35 donation tonight. I mean, if you miss this...
The number is 632-6901, area code 516. Give a call. We'll make a deal. We'll do something. But most importantly, you're going to be contributing to a great radio station. We only have 5 minutes left, folks. 5 minutes left in this Radiothon, and then the Radiothon is history.
We are more than a great radio station. We're your radio station. I mean, where else could you be heard and seen talking?
We ain't nothing without you.
I
want to get to these calls. So
one more, please. Anybody else who calls for a pledge of I'll mark down. $30 pledge will get you a $25 gift certificate from Mike's Place in Coram, which I understand a lot of our listeners go to anyway.
I passed by that place with the satellite dishes, right?
I think so.
I've always wanted to go there.
So, you can go there if you make a pledge. $30 pledge,
okay, all right.
$25 gift certificate, and a pair of tickets to any play at Theater 3. Come on, take me up on this. 632-6901.
For those of you saying that there's nothing to do on Long Island, I think Susan's just proven you wrong. Now give a call. Do one other thing. Do the right thing. 632-6901, area code 516. Make a pledge. Take a stand. And now, can I go to these phone calls?
Please do.
All right. Good evening.
Hi. Well, we're just about done now.
We'll be on tonight. If we can't wait another 5 minutes and find out.
Another 3 or 4 more minutes here. Can you see that at all?
No.
Well, let me get under the light.
Well, that's utterly fascinating. Concerts will be on in approximately, 5 minutes and counting.
Very nice.
Guess what time it is? We're just about there. In fact.
You're a fucking dick. Oh, I guess that was a pleasant conversation on that phone. The good thing is that person is not within reach of my phone distance.
It's not long. What do you say? Not long for now. That's the 5 seconds. We have to take this into the studio.
Like, you know, power storage doesn't have to be on at all tonight. Like, I still have fireworks.
Good. You okay? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
And we got it on film.
And I live to tell the tale.
He does his own stunts, ladies and gentlemen. You shadowed my knee, but everything else is fine.
Come on. And notice I'm not even limping.
No, good work. Yeah.
Well, it's certainly filled with a lot of hypocrisy. And I think, you know, we have to first of all get over this hurdle of saying, well, you say the United States is full of hypocrisy, you know, you can always go someplace else. Well, you know, that's sort of against what the whole country stands for. We should be able to say something is wrong and be thanked for pointing it out. All right? That's being a true American. And anybody that tells you different is afraid of something, and you have to wonder what it is. So you're a journalist, correct? All right. Well, hopefully you'll continue being a journalist, and you won't listen to any of the garbage that the major papers and media people. I was talking to somebody, one of our listeners today, in fact, that told me, and I haven't verified this, but it's really pretty interesting. 97% of all the media is owned by 20 corporations. That's incredible. Sorry about that. Yeah, go ahead. Uh-huh. Oh, you have to remember who everybody is owned by. I mean, I was surprised to find out that the tuna company was owned by Heinz. You know, we got to keep track of these things. I'd like somebody to send me one of these, like, bar charts or whatever, just kind of like a family tree that shows you who everyone's related to. Anyway, sir, we're out of time. I want to thank you for calling, but keep thinking responsibly. Remember, you're a journalist. You've got that responsibility, you know. Okay, well, the address, WUSB, Stony Brook, New York, 11794. Thanks very much for calling. Thanks to everybody who pledged. The Radiothon is drawing to a close. Mike Uhas has brought a huge clock in here. Thanks very much, Mike. Cuckoo! Cuckoo! That's you, Mike.
Oh.
This clock is operating at 4,194,304 hertz. Yeah, and you know, these are the clocks that are up on the wall. You don't read that little tiny print when you have it right next to you. What does that mean? Is it really operating at 4,194,304 hertz?
Yes.
Well,
it's a
what happens if you tune to that on the radio? What do you get? You get a little voice telling you the time or something?
Well, there is no station at 4 megahertz.
Well, let's hear the noise it's making. That's the noise it makes. So I guess that's 4 million hertz. Fascinating. It's not going to do anything at all when we reach midnight. It's an electric clock. It's a battery clock. So that's that. Anyway, folks, the Radiothon has drawn to a close. Our figure right now, $25,265. Pretty good. Pretty good since our goal was $25,000. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to everybody here. Thanks to everybody out there. And,
Update.
What we got? Oh, it just moved up even more. $25,355. Thanks to the anonymous caller from Setauket.
Happy listening.
All right, listen, folks. We're going to be around for a few more minutes inside the volunteer room. If anybody wants to call in a last-minute pledge, I'm sure we can fit you in. 632-6901, area code 516. But a real sincere thanks. How about everybody together? Thanks.
Thank you.
And we're going to pay you back. We promise. We're going to pay you back with some better signals and some great programming ahead. Raz is here now at the Metal Show, and he's got a great show planned for you. I'll be back next week with brain damage. I always have brain damage, so I'll see you then.
Always.
Remember, folks, money makes the world go round. May not be moral, but we all got to have it at some time, right? Okay. Good night.
Let's hear around. for?
I have the 500 bucks, Eric.
Could I have that little mounting bracket?
I raised 500 bucks?
Eric, I'm gonna stop you. Wow, 496. Eric?
Well, don't fight yourself.
Can I have that little mounting bracket?
We got another call on the pledge line. I hope they're taking it.
Is that?
Did I really raise $500?
Can I have that little mounting bracket?
What's my goal? My goal is
Zero.
Zero?
Can I have that little mounting bracket?
Who's the wise guy? No.
Thank you.
Why was my goal zero?
Did you see me trip off the table?
No.
I wish I had. You will, it's on tape.
Doing macros of me because I really resent macros.
It's on a macro.
Hang on, I gotta write what the title is of the show. I'll never get it.
You sure not taking any more pledges?
Hey, you can get some if you want.
I have a lot of stuff.
I'll get it for him. You can just write them down. We'll write them down.
We did it.
We did do it.
Also.
Well, you saved that was the important thing.
That's right.
Did it go flying up into the air?
That wasn't that. It was,
What are you looking for?
she wants to know if there's, she just left us
I think they're all gone.
Actually, 3007, A through J. That's what's wrong. 3007.
Oh, then I think they only give away 7.
And now a parting word from Bozo Wiener.
Yes. Yes.
Shoot the child. Could we really like... Well, George would be thrilled.
Yes.
I am extending
Thank
an
you.
invitation
Thank
to
you
all
all.
of you to join me next Saturday for
Thanks a
premium
lot.
packing.
Thanks. I'll be there.
I'm doing you a favor, Mike.
I'll be there.
Thanks a lot.
I'll be there.
You know I can't come. You know I
When do
can't
you want
come.
to pack premium? We'll do it.
What happens to these premiums if no one takes them?
Garage sale. Now garage sale downstairs. And what I might do is...
That'd be cool. We just need a garage. You have to raise money just to get a garage.
Sounding better.
Garage, that's fine.
Yeah, in the water.
I'm not sure.
There's 7 of them in your big black book. 3007, I think.
I don't think there are any left. It looks like they all been
Did we give any to anybody tonight? In special packages?
Yeah, because we still have a bunch of this afternoon.
Okay.
They may be stapled to some other thing laying on the table.
That might be in the back.
Jim Dexter, what kind of neat effect are you trying to do?
How much of that $500 came from this room?
Not much.
We did give this away. Wait.
What was the...
Was that one of them a $500 pledge or a $400 pledge?
No.
I raised $500 on my own? Come on, man. Come on, I can't believe that for a second.
Sorry.
Actually, it was like 490.
Yes, well.
Trying to take all the fun out of it, huh?
Somebody named Grady, Mike. Grady.
I know how to find out about these
The name
things.
was Grady.
Printouts?
No, not yet. Not
Report?
yet.
I'll find
If they want
out.
to make a pledge, I'll bet you they'll hang up again.
Fiona,
I'm
618.
going to call you from
Ask, do you want to make a pledge?
Well, it's on campus.
USB radio, is that what you pledge?
That's off campus.
Yeah, hold on. You got what your favorite radio system.
WUSB, would you like to make a pledge?
there and want to just like relax from the people and find it best. Oh, boy, just want to have
No, I know.
I have more.
All right,
Where's
I'll have-
Zoom?
Do you have an Advil?
Yeah.
It's this little thing on your by your fingers there.
Is that for in here?
8,000.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave my notebook here, okay? And,
Low light.
1, 2,
Oh, hey, Susan.
3.
Yeah.
I got to go call for you.
Okay, now, gotta show you something.
Which one?
Bell?
Bell, yeah.
There's an index here.
Ah, great.
She was me.
Also, waste of time. Susan, I'm working with this. I would.
No, you're not.
Yeah, how do you?
I think it's going. Are you sure?
Where's my
Or I can one night in a row, not every night. G-O-U-R-M, in fact, it's called G-O-R-M. Because I've heard the phrase gutless wonder, and I wonder if gorm can mean gut in the way that gourmet refers to food and eating.
Hey, where do you get that stuff, Jim? I've been there.
I said one night in a row, derivation. He even called it a word.
You guys are low light. Oh, wait, it says low light.
Well, maybe not low light. Well, it's not. It doesn't give quality reading.
It's not commentary?
I wonder if there's some relationship.
Purely technical in nature.
Purely from glue and from.
All right. Well.
From eating. I don't know if there is from the gut. Maybe there are two different. Maybe gorm in Irish.
Focus on bozo.
Is blue, but maybe the term gormless wonder ends up being derived, unbeknownst to any of us. I mean, even in other words, unbeknownst to somebody, even if somebody's of an Irish background and uses the term gormless wonder, maybe this. Yeah. This is speculation, but maybe it was never clear that actually was the gorm from gourmet, meaning a gutless wonder.
What are you doing?
Well, that's closer than I
gutless wonder
get to tonight.
I'm just guessing. I mean, gutless wonder I think means someone who's a coward.
I got all the tickets.
But maybe someone who's a little off is...
Yeah, he would use it like weird.
Yeah. That's very interesting.
There's going to be a USB party. Is that Susan?
You can have all the cards you want.
Norm, this man works his bones off.
Well, I felt like you didn't do anything.
Oh, this okay?
Who's going
That's a good one?
you?
I haven't really listened to that. Just but it's probably in like like a more straight ahead jazz vein. Yeah.
Well, there's several of them.
What is this?
I don't... What the heck is that?
That's Tommy Dorsey. That's pretty good. It's surprisingly good. I mean, I'm not a
Susan
Dorsey
has already
fan.
left 4 times. She just can't tear herself away.
I'm sweating like you wouldn't believe.
Somebody open the window.
How's the Jack Teagarden? Good. Really good. Oingo Boingo picture disc, Sue. Add that to your
This is the best time of the Radiothon. We raid what's left over.
I got some printouts.
Hey, is that ET video still around?
Oh, yes.
What are the videos? I saw Star Trek 4.
Anybody know?
Guys,
Look at the look of confusion on his face.
one 12 video.
Tim, you look very confused.
Those are the ones that just came off, I think.
Here, video. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Eric?
What are some of the names?
Got that?
Jerry Reamer.
Oh, somehow I thought it would be bigger, but I'm happy with this.
Fred Hawkins.
What about Star Trek 4?
Get that for me.
Yeah, we don't get another one there?
You guys are too funny.
Here.
I don't see any,
Well, it was here an hour ago, I know that much.
Okay. Do you have any,
Ooh,
well, yeah, there was some left.
Pictionary.
That they were talking about at the end of
Folks, why don't we just get premiums all the time and forget about all this, you know? This is,
It said USB.
Well, these just weren't sent.
I mean, who's to know we don't really have a radio phone?
So this is legit, this printout, huh? We gotta send, I guess have it sent, huh?
Whatever you do, don't lose it.
sign it?
Don't lose what?
What's that?
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with that phone? Why won't it stop ringing?
Russ wants to answer it.
I feel like, but there's like a
No, I didn't want to.
I'm going to Dream Premium.
Let's change the pitch on this.
Oh, no.
I woke up.
I gotta reach under you there.
No, that's not it.
Oh, sure, thank you.
Absolutely.
Sorry, can you hand me that,
That painting show, the
Thank
guy
you.
stands there.
Yeah, he's good.
Let's
I
make it
woke up, I'm
a low
the TV
pitch.
side, I'm looking at him, and I think it's, you know Mark
Like that?
Stern? You don't know Mark Stern.
I have him on tape.
I thought it was Mark Stern.
Braz had 5 lines with it. Now he's got 1. What happened?
What about?
Janet Jackson.
Oh, the calendar? No. What's Sarbina record? No, dear, I'm looking for Jazz's magazine. Oh, yeah, that's right. I know.
excuse me, anybody, you need this wire copy
I
for any
feel like a
reason?
vulture.
Yes, to throw away.
I don't even
No,
know.
it's a white
I know
phone.
my nose.
We should recycle that stuff somehow. That'd be nice.
Oh, the grassy.
All that,
Oh, wow.
all the
Who wants to go down to CR4 and rummage?
I can take it to work.
Is that where
Yeah, give him that whole box of
But make sure you rummage through stuff that they're not cards for.
Right. You're going to show us what you...
Yeah, okay. I'll show you.
Still trying to find.
I'll meet you down there.
Bless you. Thank you.
What?
Don, you want their numbers? Did I get your finger?
He's got a bingo.
I was afraid I was going to trick you.
Let's see what a bingo looks like.
What are you looking for?
Why don't you go around the other way?
Anything
The
else
Radiothon
behind
is
us?
completely over, so you can stop taping.
Yeah, Trace, that's your only appearance in this whole 10-day.
No, she's been on before. Yeah.
Wow. He's very photogenic. Also makes the camera do weird things.
All right, we have to get him one more thing.
Oh, can I watch you climb under the gate?
Yeah.
Farewell.
I've never filmed anybody climbing under the gate before. How does that Teresa song go? So long, farewell.
We can go down.
I hope you...
No, I don't think you can go down.
Well, there's an exit we can get out of, actually.
Downstairs? Yeah. Really?
You can go downstairs and out the side door.
Yeah.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Just go down into there.
Please, do not pass bench at this point.
Oh, we're going to break those laws. This whole building has low light.
The light is high, it's so hot.
You didn't get on film, I'm afraid.
I've been on this side the whole
Oh,
time.
those little 20-minute tapes?
No, it's a 2-hour tape.
2 hours.
Yeah, it's a 20-minute battery, though.
Oh, really?
I don't know, it feels like it.
My mother has one that, those mini tapes, they're only 20 minutes long.
Well, that's because you're only buying the 20-minute long one.
Marines are looking for a few good men.
But you can buy 2-hour ones, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to let her in on that.
Go to Genevieve's.
Genevieve?
Yes.
What place?
It's more than just a drugstore. In fact, their drugs suck. I've tried them, yeah, but the tapes are good. Tapes are good. Seabrook Pharmacy's got good shit, yeah.
They my pharmacy.
Yeah, they got
George
good.
and Sylvia.
Well, they get shipments all the time. That's what's good about it. But Genevieve's, man. They expect from a chain.
Do you have something at home Untitled on?
No, not editing this. This is all coming to you live as it was originally shot.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not afraid of anything. We're showing it just the way it is. The whole union, the whole abandoned union.
Does it have audio?
Yes, of course.
Oh, boy.
That's what this microphone. Where's the mic? There it is. That's what the microphone
Next time
is
you're in a car, stick your head out.
for. Well, you know, I've driven with one of these things. I mean, I've had people film me with this, but I've also held it myself as I'm driving. Which is not only dangerous, but also rather interesting. And you, like, hold it up to the front window and watch things coming at you, and you just relive the whole experience.
My parents were just on vacation. I took the camera with them,
Yeah.
my brother and sister, and they were looking out the hotel window at the view.
Yeah.
My sister banged into the window, and the whole thing shook, and you could see the big snap. It was pretty cool. I have a video of my brother and my
Just
father.
send that to America's Funniest
I
Home
know.
Videos.
They're playing golf in the wind and the rain. You can see the water in the back of the waves.
Let's get a look at this artwork, whatever the hell it is. I've never really,
Big road.
never really looked at it before. Do you remember there used to be this one on the wall there where there's now a beautiful bulletin board? There used to be like a big face or something, and now it's gone. Too bad.
Just
Okay,
do you have any
flags.
idea you can send out America's Home Funniest?
Well, you know, I figure, you know, I taped about 8 or 10 hours worth of stuff here, but I can't think of a single thing that I can say is funny to anybody that doesn't know
Right.
these people. I mean, yeah, there's Mike Uhas screaming every time the phone rings. There's, you know, jumping up and down and that kind of stuff. But, you know,
How about any other kind of video stuff you've shot?
well, I've only had this a little while, so there really isn't all that much yet.
Oh, boy.
But I'm sure eventually the day will come when I do something
When
funny.
you up to $10,000.
Uh-huh. $10,000. 10,000 big one. Does everybody get $10,000?
No, actually, I think, ladies,
Here they come.
We're going to see our forum. Oh, she wants to go home. Yeah.
what are we going, all right, let's go to the
Okay.
But they're going this way.
We'll probably,
Hope you have a key to get in.